Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, August 14th, 2025 at 10:12 a.m. in the morning. Um, my stomach is still feeling like menstrual cramps, but yeah, I was bleeding like sorry for TMI. I was menstruating for like 8 days. Which was the longest in a long time, but it was pretty light yesterday, but I'm hoping that it will be completely done today. No more bleeding, so excuse me. And well, in this instance they're not force farting me, but I have gas. Maybe they are force farting me, I don't know, but I actually have gas. I don't mean to gross nobody out, but I'm so tired. I'm still tired. So I'm surprised that excuse me. Yeah, I think I did the video last night after I ate. And I'm surprised. I think it was like 12:15 or 12:20. I think I went to bed in the middle of the night, And I don't know exactly what time I woke up, but I woke up to use the bathroom, and then after using the bathroom and washing my hands and stuff, I think I remember it was about 7:40 something. And I don't think I tried to go back to sleep. But I wanted to go back to sleep. I'm surprised I was able to get sleep, and I kept on having like multiple different scenarios of dreams about swimming. So but I have to check out of this hotel in like an hour and 45 minutes. And I wish I had more nights. So I'm still tired. So I you know this morning I had the 3 other tacos and the soggy greasy french fries and the rest of the little pineapple drink. And that was so-called breakfast right there. The tacos were extremely good. They were so good. So I'm not ready to have to go out on the streets. It's like my body has not been able to fully recover from, being beat down from all the stresses of the past couple of weeks. Well, so the stalkers illegally find out. They already know. But I guess it's my fault because it was my mistake that I mistakenly thought it was them playing a prank, and I didn't know it was, someone that's not a perp, that, someone that's in the TI community that surprised me with a gift of flying me out to spend the day with her. Excuse me. So, so I can't. I mean, I wasn't sure if you know, I was bracing myself for if I was gonna have to do time in jail, like yesterday, you know. So I had to put everything on hold. So yesterday I found out that, you know, I'm not going to jail, and that they postponed the fake court date, and the stalkers trying to harass me, talking about that the fake Lean Angie Peterson perp. You know, I put in the community. I finally get to put 10 community posts now. I mean, you know, 10 screenshots or whatever. So she excuse me, she falsely accused me of lying about the court dates, and then try to talk about that the court dates have been over. What do you know? And you're out of state. As I said, I don't owe you bastards anything. They just won't leave me alone. Something's fucking wrong with these weirdos. They won't leave me alone. So Monday, I mean, at that court place is way more fake strict, because your bastards is not God. Excuse me. You know, than the court that I went to yesterday, you know. So, as I said, yesterday I went to, you know, why do these stalkers, they don't show their real face or name, and yet demand proof of stuff that I don't owe them an answer for, stuff that's not their business, and then lie and say that I was lying about court dates just to scam for more hotel rooms. And that's, I mean, but then if I showed proof of the letters of the court dates, then they would use that to steal my identity, or for identity theft. You know, and then I get called the stupid fool. So yesterday I took the Uber to drop me off by the courthouse. Then I went to get something to eat. Then I went back I went inside the court, you know, got my stuff checked, went upstairs, and waited on a couple of people before me. And then the judge told me, you know, he said, you pleaded not guilty. You pleaded not guilty and for criminal trespass. I mean, he said criminal mischief and resisting arrest. Is that correct? I said yes. And he said, you know, he gave me another date for the court date, because the prosecutors and the clerk of court lady or whatever, they said that that the officer that wrongfully took me to jail, that he was transporting someone to jail at the moment yesterday, and so that's why he couldn't make it to court. So that was why, and I explained this yesterday, and that's why it got postponed to you know, it got postponed to October 8th. And then Monday's court date was, I mean, y'all saw the videos of me being illegally swatted and having to go to jail and stuff, so why would I lie about court dates? But the fake Lean Angie Peterson perp and all the other perps, it's like they're trying to troll and cause inflammatory responses, because they the ones who want attention and want control, and you know, when they just need to leave people alone. They're the ones who need to be doing time in prison for stalking and harassing and attacking people. So I mean, just because you're upset that someone blocked you because you already made a fake harassing comment, that's why you got blocked, and you will continue to be blocked. And I have the authority and the right to block you for harassing me. I don't have to take your harassment and attacks. And I don't have to accept your fake advice, unsolicited advice either. I don't have to listen to shit. So, you pretend to be other people with fake new profiles and, and stalk and harass. So, like, she's been harassing me, like, probably for a whole year now. Excuse me. And people who, like, you gotta be a sick-minded person to hide behind the internet and claim that you own someone. Is that not trafficking? You're not my pimp. I don't even know who you are. And you're going to hell. I'm going to say it again, you're going to hell. You want to be self-righteous talking about people cursing, but you spread lies and bully and stalk and harass and attack people for nothing. People who's not even bothering you, who don't even know you. Excuse me. I don't have to do what you say. I don't have to listen to you. So stay away from me and leave me alone. Listen to that. Obey that. Bow down to that. But back to what I was saying. So, because I was afraid I was going to, have to prepare for the worst, and afraid I was going to be wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail yesterday, that's why I couldn't do anything. So, I was told that I am allowed to fly and that they can't stop me from flying. So, excuse me, I don't have, see, they're making more fake profiles, harassing again. They falsely accused me of lying about court just for an excuse for hotel. So they don't allow you to bring phones to a lot of, they don't allow you to bring your phone to court a lot of the times. Sometimes if they do, they tell you turn your phone off. Like, just leave me the fuck alone. And they keep triggering my Tourette's on purpose just to be like, see, Candy's not a Christian because she curses. When my Tourette's is part of my disability. And has been since childhood. You're a sick, satanic internet troll. And then the stalkers lying and saying that I'm a troll. When they are paid. Where's your job? But anyway, enough on them. Because it's almost 10:30. So, I have 10 days. I do not have this fake ID, what they want to falsely call real ID, which is fake, and it's leading towards the mark of the beast. And I kind of really don't trust them talking about wanting to swab your finger if you don't have real ID. But I don't even know if I will be allowed to fly or denied. And also, if I do get to fly, I got 10 more days. And I'm worried about being too fat to fly. Because I don't have, like, someone purchased that ticket for me. And, other people in the TI community, they have show footage of themselves being gang stalked at airports. and Greyhound bus stations and stuff. So, and Planet Fitness or whatever gyms or libraries and malls. But when I do it, I get wrongfully kicked out and permanently banned forever. Excuse me. But I don't have the money to be able to afford to pay for 2 seats or pay for an extra seat belt or whatever. And I don't recall if I ever flew on American Airlines before, but I definitely flew Delta and Southwest before. And with Costa Rica, Taka Airlines. But I was told that American Airlines was more for like the rich folks, Excuse me. Wow, last time I flew on a plane was 2006 after Hurricane Katrina, and I flew to New York, LaGuardia Airport. From New Orleans all the way to LaGuardia. And I was fat. I didn't have to pay for 2 seats. And I was like 279 pounds, I think. I didn't have to pay for 2 seats, and but I do remember, like suffering in the seatbelt or whatever, Excuse me. But maybe I won't have to worry about being made to pay for 2 seats and don't have the money or whatever, But I'm looking forward to the trip. I would like to go. And the stalkers are trying to cause division and be messy and trying to find ways to hinder and stop me, And it'll be just a day trip. And then on me and my twin sister's birthday, the next day, I come back like in the morning, and the stalkers will make sure that I be suffering on the streets that night, and they probably be making death threats or do more setups or whatever. So if I gotta be on the streets and dealing with them sending perps to come and attack and harass me and do weird stuff to me and stuff, I shouldn't have to be forced to suffer on the streets. Period. Ever. And they're blocking us from working, blocking us from having a place to live, keeping us forced isolated and everything. And then the day that I'm supposed to be gone is Wyatt's death anniversary, 1st year. And then the next day is me and my twin sister's birthday. And I'm afraid of going there with no money in my pocket, So I don't even know if I should, I'm afraid to hang out all night at the airport, even though I have a valid ticket, or I have, an e-ticket or whatever. And it seems like the perps put bad numbers on the ticket on purpose, Excuse me. But I was told that as long as I have a valid ticket, I could be there. I could be at the airport. But I don't know if I got to be there 2 or 3 hours in advance. What that means, if all I got to take is the transit bus, I would have to arrive there the night before. And you know, but maybe I don't have to be in that common area. You know, maybe I could go through the, you know, the secured areas and stuff, and you know, but I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what to do or what I can do, you know. But I don't even know what will happen if the flight had to be canceled. And I hope she said she'll be able to get her money back, but I don't know. My ticket says that the money can't be refunded, but she said she could get a refund. And that's supposedly, well, I don't want to say how much it costs, you know. But so I don't want to tell all the details of every, you know, and everything, but you know, um but she's supposedly Christian and targeted as well, you know. And the stalkers were harassing me, talking about that they set it up for me to die in a plane crash like Aaliyah and stuff like that on our birthday and stuff, you know. Just wicked as hell. If y'all saying y'all hope I die, but then you be self-righteous about saying, oh, Candy's not a Christian because she curses. Well, you're not a Christian because you stalk and harass people, and you sold your soul to the devil. You're satanic. Worry about your own sins. Since you think you know the Bible better than me. So, and I hate that the Wi-Fi here is very slow. I mean, well, it's slow, you know. So, so I'm gonna have to wear this. Still can't find a way to get quarters for laundry, and the money that I have left over is just enough for something to eat. And wait a minute, I think I do have $6 in quarters. I mean, I'm sorry, $6 paper dollars. I have 6 paper dollars, and if I can get those into quarters, then I could get laundry done. But I don't want to go to public laundromats because of my severe OCD. And then the gang stalking and harassment, I don't feel comfortable, don't feel at peace. And it's like, I prefer to get to have my clothes washed like when I'm at a hotel. You know, I have more peace, quiet, and relaxation, you know, and more comfortable, you know. But if the hotel has washers and dryers that work, it's like they always don't have quarters. I meant to say never have quarters, you know. So, but yeah, this is the last thing, and I can't even, after wearing this for a few days, I can't call this clean anymore, you know, despite showering daily. So, yeah, I forgot, I think I still do have $6 and like one $5 bill and one $1 bill. So, excuse me, I think I have $6 in cash. I think I got to double check, and then the rest is I have funds like in the bank for food. That's it. And the laundromats cost more than the hotels. And then dealing with racist, narcissistic laundromat attendants that's gonna stalk and follow and be up on your heels, stalking, following, and watching your every move, trying to control and micromanage your every move and stuff, and just harass you when you're just trying to mind your business and get laundry done. And so excuse me, yeah, but so I wish I had longer to get to stay here, but I have to be forced to check out today and then suffer on the streets. And I'm gonna try, since it's Thursday, so wait. Okay. See, the stalkers are making fake profiles talking about Candy didn't grow up in New Orleans. They harassing bad. An internet stranger who was young enough to be my child think that they can rewrite the history of my life. Excuse me. But I mean, so I probably just when I leave out of here today, gonna go to the library and because like on the West Bank it's cheaper to eat than downtown, and I think it's a little cheaper than Metairie also, and I can't go hang out at Lakeside Mall. I'm wrongfully banned from the Riverwalk. I believe that, the fake security guard at Lakeside Mall, he lied and said that the stalkers had nothing to do with, or that nobody called. But the stalkers kept harassing me and threatening to call Lakeside and try to get me wrongfully banned. And that was one of my that was my favorite mall. I can't call it my favorite anymore. And it was much cleaner than the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk is dirty. How come other homeless people get to hang out at the Riverwalk and Lakeside, but I can't? How come other targeted individuals, if they were at Lakeside Mall being gang stalked, they could show footage and not get banned, but if I get gang stalked and show footage, I get wrongfully kicked out and banned. Excuse me. Well, I was told that I'm not banned from Lakeside, but I have not been back since that incident of being harassed by the fake security guard that falsely claimed to be the manager, and he had no name tag. And they sent a bunch of fake security guards to come intimidate me. And that fake security guard was abusive and narcissistic. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go to the library. And the stalkers illegally know where I'm at anyway. And I'm gonna go to the library and so that, you know, dinner could be cheaper and more affordable, you know. And you know, for me to have like a dinner that's $10.99 plus tax $12.06, you know. And then I have to suffer on the streets. And they have that fake passive aggressive, fake crusty perk bus driver, you know. You know, the newbie who gets treated like the veteran. You know, excuse me. And I still have not got to trim my nails yet. If I could have got to stay here another day, I would have loved to get to go swimming if it wouldn't be raining today, you know. But if it's gonna rain anytime soon, like within the next couple of hours, then I might have to just go downtown, you know. But I don't know if it's gonna rain. Well, I heard it was supposed to rain, but I don't know if I might have to go downtown, straight downtown. But I won't be able to get to upload this video until after I'm at the library or somewhere, you know. And so I feel like, wow, it's unfair for me to have to get up and go back on the streets with dirty clothes. And even check cash in places say that they do not give out, that they don't exchange quarters. And you have to be washing laundry there at the laundromat in order to get quarters. Which I don't want to go to these laundromats because I, you know, what I said about them harassing and stuff, you know. They won't let you wash your clothes in peace. So I would like to work more on the novel today. And so now I have a little bit over 4,500 subscribers, and the stalkers would illegally shut it down if I were to try to say something like, help me get to 5,000 subscribers, you know, by the time of me and my twin sister's 42nd birthday on August 25th. then they would block or hinder me from. There's like no way for me to get like 500 more subscribers or end up with 5,000 subscribers. You know, they're the type to have maliciously have your whole YouTube channel shut down, have my whole YouTube shut down on me and my twin sister's birthday. Like they have falsely reported TikTok accounts or falsely reported videos on me and my twin sister's birthday, ruining my day on purpose. They don't care if it's me and my twin sister's birthday. If I put out an ebook, make fake bad reviews on our birthday to ruin my day and make me feel bad, or gossip talking about me being a greedy pig on me and my twin sister's birthday, while they applaud my twin sister and say that encourage her and say it's good that she's eating out and doing this and doing that and having a good time. But when they make like I deserve to be punished with zero enjoyment, zero happiness, no rights. And I have not been able to eat 3 meals a day, and they act like it's a crime to eat 3 meals a day. How do you stalkers have a fake license to be hypocrites? And I bet you Angie Peterson is probably obese and picky-headed. She's probably bald on the sides and obese and miserable as hell and ugly. She probably fatter than me and smells bad. She's harassing me like right now, you know. I wish I could have been getting to a live stream right now, but yeah, I gotta disinfect and spray my bags and pack up and leave. And but I'm gonna keep going until like, yeah. So while I'm on here, I wanted to talk about my excuse me, my writing plans. The stalkers got everything all mixed up, you know. If I've been writing a series of just random short stories, I'm thinking about adding more blogs, you know. So like a series of random short stories, you know. And so like in 2019, I was trying to find out, since I couldn't find employment, I was trying to figure out what to do, you know, and pulling not physically, but, you know, mentally pulling my hair out, trying to figure out what could I do to survive and earn a living, and being blacklisted left and right and harassed and gang stalked and workplace mob with fake temporary jobs. And so I tried to work on ebooks and novels and even making videos based on, you know, but all that got wrongfully shut down in 2019, you know, falsely reported. And so but excuse me, so I started off in 2019 trying to work on a novel, and had to put it on hold, or couldn't be consistent with it because of all the gang stalking, the direct energy weapons, forced homelessness, being wrongfully banned from everywhere, all the whatever attacks, sleep deprivation and all that. And so during that thing that happened in 2020, when I said writing might be my calling in life, you know, and the stalkers, when I did a video talking about that, the stalkers falsely reported and shut that video down. And I used to be more social and try to reach out to other targeted individuals, and you know, but now it's like can't trust anyone and gotta shut everything down because all these professed targets have turned into perps or been perps, fake TI perps, you know, with narcissistic personalities and pretending to be Christians and wishing death on me. I never did Planet Pat a fucking thing for him to wish for me to die. And he's one of the, I'm gonna say, yeah, he's one of the popular fakes and bullies in the so-called TI community. You know, and he's younger than me. I never did shit to him. He was teaming up with fake retarded Trisha to gossip about how the Lord told them that I'm not gonna have long to live. And that I'm gonna die, that the Lord told them in a dream that I'm gonna die soon. I'm talking about my demise. What did I do to deserve to be punished by y'all? You know, if you're a real TI, you would know how they prevent you from working. I'm disabled already, and that's already a challenge. So my plan was, you know, in 2020, I said I was gonna, you know, that writing might be my calling in life. And I was working on some I was working on a novel, and the stalkers kept sabotaging and erasing my writings and stuff. And then someone named Jocasta Lester suggested I start writing short stories. And so I've been doing it ever since. And then the stalkers got really mad that I put out my first ebook was a nonfiction ebook called Gang Stalked and Targeted by the Psych World. And Starbricker felt narcissistic injury. So ever since that, she started to think she could punish me by writing fake bad reviews on each and every ebook that I write. Trying to sabotage me from earning anything. And it's like she was stalking and harassing me really bad, and it was the worst with her in 2020 and 2021. And then when fake Damnesia stepped up, she kind of backed down a little bit. But she's still stalking and harassing. You know. So he's doing all the stuff that she was doing. The married fake Mormon cancer patient. That's the sex trafficker. And jealous and obsessed. So I mean, from 2020, like, I guess I wrote my first short story in 2020, but the cult series I started the first short story that I wrote was August 2020, and it was about a workplace mobbing. And then the first short story that I wrote based on the cult was the fiction cult. Excuse me. The Timberwood cult was September 2020, and it was about November 12th. I self-published the first ebook, Gang Stalked and Targeted by the Psych World, on November 12, 2020. Somewhere around the 12th, you know. And the stalkers were mad as fuck, you know. And I got enough support, but I didn't get the payment until January. And the stalking cult, you know, I try to treat myself to a steak dinner from Ruby Tuesday, and I got it delivered, and they perped and fucked up my order extremely bad. Messed up my order really bad. You know, and all I earned was $27 was the first royalty check. And I got a lot of higher reviews and support. And then I put out an ebook called Narcissistic Abusers, and that got a little bit of support. And then after that, I started getting like nothing, you know. So, and people who claim to be my supporters, it's like, where are y'all? You know, it's only the stalkers making fake bad reviews on all my ebooks, you know. They have had people who lied to me and said that they're going to purchase each and every one of my ebooks. Where's your Google reviews at? I mean, where's your Amazon reviews at? They have had people who try to manipulate me to think that they try to tell me that I'm sinning and that I'm going to go to hell for my ebooks and my writings, you know, or try to manipulate for me to feel ashamed or try to force me to stop writing, you know. And so originally I was supposed to do like 10 of the Timberwood short story ebooks. Then I thought I was going to do 20. Then I thought I was going to do 25, and I enjoyed it so much that I went up to 50. And then I figured, well, I'll go up to 100. So I did 50, and even certain alternate versions of some of them. And then, you know, self-published, you know, the first half, and then do an interlude with the big fiction freestyle novel that I'm trying to have fun with. And then I wanted to do like the more structured novel after that, and maybe in the meantime working on the other 50. And then I would like to maybe do another either structured or freestyle novel based on Timberwood called. And so with the fiction cult, the cult was, you know, in the fiction, you know, cult, it began in 1985. And then a man named Mr. Russell was the founder, and well, he was the CEO, but in the fiction story, now he is now dead. Excuse me. And Miss Pearline Hamilton stepped up. Now she's the current CEO of the cult, and it's not a religious cult. It's basically a gang stalking, sex trafficking cult. That's more like, they have different kinds of cults. Not all cults are religious. I heard there's a such thing as corporate cults, employment cults, mindfulness cults, new age cults, and all that, you know. So Timberwood is supposed to be like an employment cult. An employment cult that's got some new age, and it's supposed to be like a sex trafficking, gang stalking cult. That where they trap you, and if you leave the cult, you become gang stalked and harassed. you know, and how they stop you from getting any job anywhere outside of the cult unless you're compliant with working for them. And if you leave the cult and spread the truth, the gang stalk you to try to murder you and stuff, try to kill you. So like, even though it's fiction, this type of stuff needs to be exposed. How these cults operate. I don't have expert knowledge, but I've read up on, you know, a lot of stuff, and also I grew up in a cult myself. You can't try to rewrite the history of my life and say what did and didn't happen in my life. I know what happened. You're an internet stranger, and it's mind-boggling how people will believe an internet stranger than the horse's mouth. This is my story to tell. I mean, I wrote a fiction short story based on the fake IDMR cult that I grew up in. You know, and the foster mom ran her household like her own, like she was her own cult leader. You know. So I would like to work on some more writing today. You know, I feel angry to have to go back on the streets and don't know what harassment or attacks to expect between tonight and tomorrow morning or for the rest of the weekend. And the fact that they raise the prices and make hotels more expensive on the weekends, you know. Excuse me. But I just wish that I could sleep better and be more well rested and have a more stabilized place to live and be a full-time author, and you know, without distractions, interruptions, or whatever, you know. So I guess I'll try to talk to y'all later. I have 55 more minutes before I have to check out, but I won't be able to upload this video until after I leave out of here, because if I'm stuck with uploading the video with the Wi-Fi here and then I gotta check out and then it's in the middle of still uploading, then I have to use my phone data. It would eat up all my regular phone data, so I have to wait until after I get to the library or somewhere first, and then you know, upload the video. But I love y'all, and I gotta pack up. I'll see y'all later. I wish I could get to live stream this morning, but I know that they will try to cause me distress. I wish I could talk more.